This is Another Gay Horror Pod with Stuart Ross and Jesse Tevitt.
That's so true.
Hi, Jesse. How are you doing today?
Stuart, you know what? I'm doing as well as the last time that we talked, which was 5 seconds ago.
5 seconds ago. We are. I haven't even changed my shirt. We are. I'm proud to be gay.
I was gonna say this is the Tubi shirt, right?
Yes.
Love it. Tubi is so. Can I just say they're so smart? I mean, what other streaming platform is directly tapping into gays, like in a way that's like
be
obnoxious.
Really tough for the Murdoch family, who own Tubi, watching how gay their advertising is. That's why they're buying Roku, because they're like, well, Roku would never never release a yellow harness for Pride, which I desperately need.
Like the shirt. What's the other shirt? Not the one you're wearing. It's I got my ass ate
on. Yeah.
While watching Tubi. Like,
yes.
Who could do that? Netflix couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime couldn't do that.
I do feel like there is merch potential in the movie we're discussing today.
Totally.
I feel like I got my ass ate while watching Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma would do numbers.
Top 10 segues for you.
Yes. I think best of all time. Yeah. So we're recording this. We both got to see Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma early. But we're recording this and then we're gonna release this closer to the release. I think we should start big picture spoiler free.
Yeah, smart.
And because this is going to come out before the movie actually comes out. And then we'll let you know when spoilers are going to happen, and you can hop off, come back once you've seen it. I mean, it's not like the most spoilery movie possible, but
yeah, I think there are moments. I'll preface, before I kind of go into spoilers, but yeah, by and large, should we just get into it?
Yeah, no. So it's Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma, written and directed by Jane Schoenbrun, and starring Hannah Einbinder, Gillian Anderson, Jack Haven, Patrick Fischler. We got Sarah Sherman, Jasmine Savoy Brown. Truly an amazing cast.
It's a pretty stacked cast, maybe the most stacked of any of Jane's features.
100%
for sure. Yeah.
And I loved it.
I liked it quite a bit. I actually think I would go so far as to say it's genius. That being said, I don't know that I quote unquote, I hate saying this, got all of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I really need to see this movie again.
I could not agree more. I think there's so much. There's just so much.
Yeah. And so much of it, I would say, went through me. And a little bit of it went over my head.
That's Jane would, I'm sure, love to hear that.
But compared to previous Jane movies, I got it on first watch a lot better. This is
interesting.
Maybe compared to I Saw the TV Glow, which it took me a couple watches to truly get.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed this movie, but I immediately was like, I need to see this again.
I do too. Yeah, I think like I said, it's who's doing it like Jane. Like I didn't totally connect with I Saw the TV Glow either, but what they're really good at is tapping into a very specific feeling. And let me explain. In I Saw the TV Glow, for me, that feeling was spending the night at a sort of kind of friend's house, but you don't really know them super well.
Yeah.
And this movie, that feeling was going into a gas station for a snack and then stumbling upon one of your favorite snacks of all time.
What would that snack be for you?
You know what it is? Utz crab chips.
God.
Old Bay seasoning is what I mean.
I think mine would be Chex Mix Bold.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nothing is more road trip to me than Chex Mix Bold and a Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, I wouldn't say my main takeaway from this movie was the feeling of finding your favorite snack. But honestly,
but that
good for you.
Snacks are a pillar of
Snacks
this movie's
are
narrative.
the dipping sauce conversations alone had me, I'm gonna say it, wet.
Yeah. I mean, it was an ASMR kind of like
Yes.
esque situation. God. But I think literally to that point, this movie, before I say this, let me preface by saying this. I am personally a little exhausted by um, narratives that deconstruct genre trappings and like stereotypes, like especially with the horror genre, right? I mean, we're on Scream 7, and as you and I have talked, it was a flop. And so I'm kind of just exhausted but by the deconstruction of it all. And this movie begins with the deconstruction, and I was like, here we go. Like within the first 10-15 minutes, Hannah Einbinder, who's amazing, says something like,
she truly is so good in
she's
this
so
movie.
good. She's like, I feel like a jump scare is coming. And I was like, oh God. But as the movie went along, specifically like the sauce scene, like this movie is, in addition to gas station snacks, the importance of gas station snacks, this movie is about kind of getting lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
And Jane themselves gets lost in the sauce. And so it's just such a wonderful, we use this word a lot, but it's like such a wonderful meta sort of narrative that I kind of have never experienced before.
And it is, I would say it starts out as a breakdown. It's like meta.
Yeah.
It's a breakdown of breakdowns.
Yes.
It is to the extent that it goes past breaking down just horror movie and it continues on to breaking down self, which I think is really interesting. I think the character work in this movie is some of the strongest I think I've seen in a horror movie in a long time.
Anytime Gillian or Jillian, God, I should know
Gillian
this.
Anderson.
I think it's Jillian, yeah. Anytime Jillian and Hannah are conversing, it's electric. Like their chemistry is so good. And
it's funny. I feel like Hannah Einbinder's whole thing at this point is sort of sexually charged mommy relationships between her work on Hacks and her work in this.
Absolutely.
Which is like honestly the best brand to have. Like that is so good. And like I'm a big X-Files boy.
Yeah.
So seeing Gillian Anderson get to do a big movie like this is so like rewarding. I kind of feel like she has a great career, of course, but like she should be a movie star.
This is a next level kind of like performance from her, and it's awesome that she is in it. Like what an inspired choice.
Well, it is so funny because the movie does a lot of like, this isn't Norma Desmond, and she's just Norma Desmond.
I know.
This is horror movie Sunset Boulevard, complimentary. But Gillian Anderson's great. Jack Haven playing Little Death is so spooky and good.
Very.
I like they just did a good job because we watched Final Girls, and I love the Final Girls, but this movie does such a good job of sort of like building what feels like a real movie world, whereas the Final Girls is also a movie very intertwined with relationships. The movie doesn't feel real, the movie they walk into, but this feels like a franchise I would have watched every one of.
I mean, this might be hyperbolic, but this is to me the most like ambitious movie of the year.
Yes.
Like, I mean, just kind of like I'm looking at my notes, like skipping around to more thoughts. I think it's visually like unbelievable. I think it's a huge separately, I think it's a huge movie for awkward Zoom meeting representation.
Yes.
Like what a scene. Hannah in her car.
I don't know. That might be a spoiler.
Sorry.
Spoiler warning in effect from here on out.
Got it.
We really like it. Go see it and come back and watch the rest of us. I think you didn't get to a spoiler yet, but I think getting to
kind of cryptic,
because the second half of this movie, and this is the spoiler territory, is the breakdown of self of Chris, Hannah Einbinder's character, really sort of peaking with a breakdown on a Zoom call in a car with the people who've hired her to reboot this movie.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I really thought that was funny. The movies, I'm not gonna say what's the expression? It's like more than the sum of its parts. I'm not gonna say that, and it's not less than the sum of its parts. I think, like you just said, I want to see it again. There's so much to unpack. And it's just so fun. I did once again find some of the wink wink nudge nudge moments early on, like the jump scares coming a little
Yeah,
distracting,
it's
but
a little on the nose sometimes. I like things on the nose. You prefer things off the
I
nose.
prefer things off the nose. But can I ask you this, because I was a little kind of lost in the sauce on this. There are moments where I couldn't tell. So the movie is very good about recreating nostalgia, right? I mean, the opening alone is like sort of taps into the Friday the 13th,
Yeah,
esque, literally, like even the text of Camp Miasma is very Friday the 13th. It really recreates nostalgic horror slashers to a degree that I think is like unbelievable. But later in the movie, Chris and I forget Jillian's character's name.
Billy Presley.
Chris and Billy are watching the first Camp My movie, which Billy is in. And there's an extended sequence that's amazing of little death killing like the entire cast. But
Yes,
it is not filmed like what we see isn't necessarily like
the movie
from the era, right, of from the movie. So how did you feel about that, like the jumping in and out of like I found that a little distracting. I was like, wait, is this like
I didn't mind it. I
okay.
felt very I try to do this with every movie. I'm not always successful. I try to meet movies where they are.
Yeah.
And I felt like so much of the latter half of this movie is not necessarily dream sequence, but is dreamy and
Right.
is sort of the phenomenon of not necessarily seeing a movie but being told about a movie and then having your imagination take over. And I thought so much of this movie towards the latter half, which again we're in spoiler territory, is about Hannah Einbinder's sexual dysfunction and disconnect. And so it becomes less literal and more I mean little death in French, the translation of orgasm is little death.
Whoa. Do they note that in the movie?
I don't know if they do, but as
Good for you.
As a French head,
a fluent French, a fluent
Je m'appelle Guillaume. Je voudrais un hot dog, s'il vous plaît. I took 3 years of French.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui, non, non. And we just lost all of our French followers. But I think this movie, I think I understand what you're saying of the switch up of form of footage of the film. Early in the movie, it looks period accurate, and then later in the movie, it looks contemporary. But I don't know if we're literally watching the movie or if we're remembering the movie in the way that Chris and Billy would remember the movie versus how it looks when it watches.
Follow-up question for you. Later in the movie, once again, spoilers, people arrive at the camp. Chris's friends and team arrive at the camp to like check in on her, and they are subsequently killed by Little Death. Did they actually die? Is that, to your point, kind of like a dreamy sort of like Chris herself or themselves is like kind of in her head? Like, are we supposed to? We're not supposed to interpret that literally, right? Because
I don't think so.
Okay, because as we know, as you and I know, because we've seen it, in the end, Chris and oh my god, I keep forgetting her fucking name. Chris and Billy are killed by Little Death, well, quote unquote killed. And then
they wake up.
And then they wake up.
Get snacks.
And so I don't.
I think the killing by Little Death is. I'm maybe taking this movie somehow too literally.
Yeah.
But to my because Billy reveals that the first time she had an orgasm was when her character's boyfriend was dying in the movie.
Right.
And she's being killed by Little Death, and then we end with Hannah Einbinder and Gillian Anderson being killed by Little Death, and then waking up and walking. And
so good.
I think it's literally just they connected to the extent that Chris could finally achieve orgasm, and to them that was a death, a little death. But that honestly almost feels like, and I understand that is so out there to say, but then also to be like, I think I'm taking this movie too literally.
I think it's I'm stumbling over my words, listeners, so forgive me, but I think maybe this is just like this movie, it's hard to put into words. So in conclusion, like maybe talking about it like isn't maybe simply like watching it and then digesting it is the talking. Like I don't know that it's that there's a great David Lynch quote where he's like
do you care to elaborate?
No. Yeah, exactly. I mean, literally, it's like talking about kind of breaking it down sort of is moot, at least at this point, because like no one is not really, the public hasn't really seen it, and the conversation around what it all means is like not really present yet.
It is weird because I mean we saw Leviticus early, I saw Maxine early, like we're getting into an era of us as the podcast grows and as we get invited to see more movies early. It is weird seeing movies and then like I can't talk to Chris about this movie. He hasn't seen it yet.
Your husband.
My husband.
Yeah.
I don't know. We've been doing this for 2 years. Everyone knows who Chris is.
Everyone knows.
But it is weird. And I saw this movie Thursday. You saw it the next Tuesday. And I literally, like, when I thought you were done seeing it, I was like, can't Miasma?
I know. I didn't respond immediately because I was just like, I need a second to process this.
Which is fair. And it's, I think this should be the first time, because we're recording this in the beginning of July. We're going to post this right before the movie comes out. I think a week or two after the movie comes out and we've both seen it again, we should do a longer discussion.
Yeah.
Because I want to see this movie at least one more time, and I want to go see this movie and then go for drinks with people. Like this is a movie where I want to stand at the bottom of the AMC 16 Burbank escalators and talk for 30 minutes with like 100 people around us also doing the same thing.
Yeah, it's both a movie made to be discussed and also kind of like I just said, not to be discussed at all.
No, it's a movie to be discussed but not understood.
Yes. Can I just say, is it also bad that I wanted Jane? I was like, I want Jane to make just like a straightforward slasher, because
I want Jane to get Friday the 13th.
Jane has exactly like they have such a good handle on camera work and like stylistic flair, and I was just like, fuck, I really want to see I mean, I know this is like Jane's Friday the 13th or whatever, but I'm like, give Jane the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. Like it
is funny because I think every director should be given a Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
Truly.
Because it is like a franchise I want back so bad, and also every director with visual flair could do a great Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
Especially Jane. Oh God, there's so many dream sequences. World's Fair. Yeah, me too.
It's one I kind of have been waiting to see in theaters, but I think I'm gonna have to just bite the bullet and watch online before.
You know what though? To that point, I mean, this movie doesn't come out until August, so I could see. I mean, we live in LA. I could see some theater showing.
Yeah,
Jane's
the
other
Arrow
films.
doing a double feature of this, and
Right.
But yeah, if you've stuck through and hadn't seen it yet, this movie is able to be spoiled, but also it's not. It's such a vibes movie that like what we just discussed, if you haven't seen this movie, doesn't make sense.
Yes, open to interpretation.
Yeah, but definitely see it again. Let us know what you thought.
Yeah.
And
agreed.
We are truly in such a good year for horror.
We're so back, babe.
We are. We've never been more back.
We've never been more back. Truly.
What a good time the fact that we started a horror podcast and the horror immediately was good again,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say our influence.
I'm gonna reiterate that. And
Yeah.
the stars aligned, and all of our shout outs, let me think, John Carpenter, Jamie Lee Curtis, Jason Blum, we manifested this. We kind of manifested
we were
this.
like, what if horror was good? And then everyone was like, well, if Stuart and Jesse wanted to be good, we should do it.
we should probably step our pussies up a little bit.
And step them, they did.
Jason Blum said, I'm gonna step my pussy up a little bit.
Yes, and we're glad. I mean, he was not involved in this movie.
Yeah, he was.
Do you know who was involved in this movie? Brad Pitt.
Hey, what the fuck? When his name popped up, I was like, wait, really?
Yeah, cutting classes, Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I mean, good for.
Well, he's a scream queen, so
he is a scream queen. You're right.
He is the Billy Presley of cutting class.
He's really putting his pussy into his career rehabilitation, or not career, but the cancel culture of it all. Like, he's like, damn, I gotta work on my image.
Yeah. What if I produce Camp Miasma? Miasma?
You know what,
Okay.
Brad? Unfortunately, Brad tore with this one.
Yeah. Another person.
Period.
Okay. See you soon. We will record, I think, another episode about this movie. But definitely see it and let us know what you thought.
Let us know. Bye.
Bye.
This podcast has been presented and produced by Stuart Ross and Jesse Tappet. Edited by Stuart Ross. All recording equipment provided by Photo Booth Productions. To support our podcast, join us at patreon.com/anothergayhorrorpod.